This is a place.
This is the place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place. USA.
Thanks for listening to This is a Place podcast.
Come to its breaking news. Donald Trump's going to run for president.
What?
I don't know.
That's old news.
Oh, shoot.
That's okay. You know, if we don't start with a joke, this probably maybe our first episode doesn't start with some kind of a dumb pun. Are we breaking from tradition too much?
Yes.
Is this taboo?
It is taboo.
Well, give us a pun, Nate. Give us a pun about Christmas trees or something.
About Christmas tree?
I think that's fitting for today's topic.
You and I have good chemistry.
No, not chemistry, Christmas tree.
Yeah. I am definitely a Christmas tree hugger.
All right. I'm joined by a man who's a big Christmas tree hugger, Nate.
That's me.
That sounds painful.
Not if it's an artificial tree.
Even if it's an
Hey,
artificial
was that
tree.
joke sappy?
All
I'll sap it here.
I think we've done it justice then. We got the puns.
Yeah, it was tremendous. You want to spruce things up?
Just gonna keep it going
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah. You'll never forget.
See, I was trying to spare the audience. I was trying to get them out of hearing all these bad puns.
For sure.
Oh man.
We should branch out and do something else.
Well, should we jump right into our topic? I mean, you've given us all the tree jokes. Let's just talk more about Christmas trees.
Let's just do it.
Unless you have anything else,
Nope. Just excited. USA is moving on to the round of 16. Soccer fan once every 4 years. I go to Real Salt Lake games though, and I cheer for Real Salt Lake since they're here. Support them. I wear their hat like every day to play pickleball in, so it looks really gross because it's all got the sweat lines or the salt lines from my sweat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this weekend I think is when the round of 16 knockout round starts. So we'll see where USA. Well, by the time this airs, we're probably going to know who they're playing. But
So if I want to get into the World Cup, now's the time.
yeah, now everybody's going to be a big USA fan. USA. Sweet 16.
Does this go until Christmas?
Okay, yeah, December 18th is the final.
Okay, well, that's good.
So literally a week before Christmas.
Good timing.
So get out your USA gear. I got a lot of it.
Speaking of, you brought up Real Salt Lake. That's one we gotta get in on our podcast. We haven't mentioned much Real. We need to go to a game. I've never been to a Real game before.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Get used to it as a boom, 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 the whole game.
That's it's people banging the drum.
The drum section.
Yeah, I've got a buddy that's a big Real fan, and he's had season tickets for years. Goes to all the games, but I've never made it down.
Yeah, my buddy has them. He always seems to like text me like half hour before the game, like, can you go? And I'm like, no. But I've gone a few times. I've gone quite a few times. I've probably been to about a dozen Real games. They're fun. I mean, it's fun. Like a lot of. That's a sport that's fun to watch in person, just like baseball. I think it's more fun to watch in person.
Right.
And even though I love hockey, hockey's the same way for me. But soccer's fun. It's a good sport, but it's still at the same time, it's kind of irritating. Like it's slow. It can end in a tie. You never know when the game's going to end. There's no 3-pointers. There's no there's a field goal, but it's, you can't kick a last minute field goal. But
it's the biggest sport in the world, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think most of the top paid athletes in the world, like the top 10, I think like 5 or 6 of them were football players, soccer players. So they make a lot of money. And I've heard I didn't get to go to a game on my mission. They used to have a the missioner president, 1 or 2 before us, used to allow them to go to one game before they left the mission field. And then our mission president said no to that. Because there's 2 teams in Uruguay, Peñarol and Nacional. And that was like BYU Utah. Like you had to pick a side that you're gonna cheer for.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's huge. Like it's big. And when Uruguay would win a game, they would caravan in the streets. It's pretty big time. But let's not talk about soccer.
But we'll have plenty of time to talk about soccer.
Football. Yeah. But in the springtime,
we should set some goals. Games. We have a couple podcast goals to set. One of them should be, what's that?
You just do a pun. You didn't know it. You didn't realize you just did a pun.
Oh.
Let's set some goals.
Let's set some goals. Oh, man.
Geez, look at that. I'm rubbing off on you and you don't even realize.
Nope. Okay, so going with the soccer theme, we're going to set some goals. Maybe that'll be our New Year's episode. Another thing we'll talk about later. Today we got to talk about Christmas trees.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree.
You're not too busy watching soccer this weekend or football.
Football.
Starting on Wednesday, going to Saturday, we've got, for the first time in, has it been 3 years?
3 years, probably.
First time in 3 years. Did they do it last year?
Well, I think haven't they been doing it, but it's been like online.
It's been some kind of virtual.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No.
They finally brought back in its pure form the Festival of the Trees.
Festival of the Trees.
Did I make another pun?
No, I just like the way you said it.
How else am I supposed to say it?
Isn't this Festival of Trees?
I think it's the Festival of the Trees.
Is of the Trees?
I think so. Wait a minute. All right. You're telling me I've been saying it wrong this whole time? I've been saying the Festival of the Trees.
Yeah.
And it's actually Festival of Trees.
Yeah. You've been going to the Festival of the Trees with your realtor. They don't exist. Man.
That makes me really ornery.
Or you've been going to Maverick. What was the CK? The wrong Maverick? You realize in our Maverick episode that it's spelled different.
I did. I didn't realize that until then.
So
that's true. And I learned something today. I've been saying the Festival of the Trees, throwing in
I thought you were just being silly.
No, that's how I thought it was this whole time. I've been throwing in 2 extra thes. There's not even a the in there.
Festival of Trees.
I'm glad we got that sorted out. The Festival of Trees, or just Festival of Trees. It begins this week, the day this comes out, as a matter of fact. And I don't know, it's good to have it back, I think.
And it's just right across the street from the Real Stadium.
Man, I could have made it such a seamless transition.
Yeah, speaking of Real Stadium.
Let's rewind. Speaking of Real, across the street. Now, I'm sure maybe it's not a yearly tradition for you, but you've been to the Festival of the Trees before, right, Nate?
It's been a long, long time since I've been there. I want to say even when I was like a teenager, maybe was the last time I was there. It was just a few years ago.
It's been a minute. What do you remember? What did you like? What did you not like about Festival of Trees?
I think it's fun because it's a fun way to kick off the Christmas season. Because obviously they do it pretty early in December so that you can have your tree if you buy one for the Christmas season. But it's fun going around and seeing all the different types of trees that people have decorated. I know a few people that usually do a tree every year, and actually, two people posted on Facebook, I think either in the last 24 hours, about the finishing up their trees over there. So they're setting them up right now as we're recording this.
At the what is it? The Mountain
Mountain
America.
America Expo Center, yeah. But it's fun. It's just like any other type of what would you call it? What do they call those, trade shows or
Mhm.
events that they do over there? So they'll have obviously a lot of trees and a lot of people selling other items as well. Food, you can buy food there, but it's really fun. I mean, the trees that you see there are just like crazy awesome.
They have awesome themes.
Awesome themes. There's usually like a Utah Jazz one, or there's usually like one for every sports team in Utah, right?
Or a couple.
Or a couple. Then you usually have stuff dedicated to like an individual. So maybe someone who's recently passed away or something like that. So there's some sentimental trees there, but like the time and effort that people put into decorating the trees is it's pretty crazy. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, it makes you feel like you're inadequate with your own tree at home, because don't usually go to the extent that they do to put theirs
Right.
together. But we need to get our tree up. Is your tree up yet?
My tree's up.
Well,
It's not all the way decorated, but it is up.
yeah. Hopefully we can get it done before
December
December
1st is the
1st.
deadline, man. Got to get it done.
Yeah, you got to get the advent calendars out. You got to do the Christmas tree, the stockings. I still want to keep my Halloween decorations up, but those already because we have this little garden gnome, the scary one. Have you ever seen it on my front porch?
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to take it down. My
Just
kids
leave
kept getting mad at me for not taking it down all of November, but I'm like, it needs to. Pulled out the nutcracker and our little snowman. Still got a whole lot of other stuff we got to take out, but
Something I've always been confused by. I'm in the middle of watching the new Christmas Story movie, and I'm liking it so far. But my question is, in that movie, they don't put up their tree until Christmas Eve.
right.
Why?
Yeah.
What is up with that? Was that just? I
I
guess
think
the trees didn't last as long when they were
right.
the fresh trees, but you could put them in water and they'd still last. It just seems weird that you'd go the whole season with no tree.
Well, that's my theory as well, is what you just said. Artificial trees, you can put them up and leave them up year round. Have you ever had a real tree? Did you guys have a
Never.
real tree growing up? No,
Mm-mm.
always artificial for us as well. But yeah, even we went and saw Christmas Vacation of the day in the theater with the kids, and same thing. I think it's like a week before Christmas when they start the movie, like the 18th.
Yeah, when it starts counting down on the
Yeah.
advent calendar thing.
But that's the movie starts off with them going to cut down their Christmas tree like a week before, right?
Mhm.
So, and even then, they don't even really put up their Christmas lights in a lot of movies and stuff until like a few days before. And I'm like, that's a lot of work.
That's just got to be the way it was back then.
That's yeah.
80
Back then,
like 80s and before, it probably was till people really jumped on the artificial trees. I mean, we just keep pushing back holidays earlier and earlier. I don't think Christmas can go much earlier than Thanksgiving. A lot of people keep that as the stopping point, right?
Well, not even that. Remember, I think I even mentioned the episode. I was over at Big Lots, like middle of October, and half of this the decoration section was Halloween and half was Christmas. Like it just keeps coming earlier and earlier. And even the radio stations now, like 99.5, I think, started playing Christmas November 1st or something, day after Halloween. So pretty soon it's just going to be. And I used to have a problem with that growing up. I used to hate Christmas music being played before Thanksgiving. But going back to Uruguay, seasons are opposite, right? Like right now it's getting really hot there. So the last year I was there, I listened to Christmas music like the whole year, because I was like, it's cold. Gotta listen to Christmas music. Yeah. And it was the only music that didn't drive me absolutely bonkers, that we could actually listen to. Anyways, Got a lot of Michael McLean
Gotten carols.
Christmas front carols. And anyways, so I'm used to listening to Christmas stuff year round, even though I don't do that anymore, but I'm okay listening to it early in the year. Just fun. It's just
My
fun.
wife is usually, I've kind of adopted, because we got married a week before Thanksgiving. Our anniversary is always a week before. Well, I guess not always a week before, but it's the 17th of November. And so, oh, and what it is it's always a week before my birthday, is what it is. And so, for some reason, I've always kind of looked at that as the start of Christmas time, even though it's before Thanksgiving. When we first got married, we went on our honeymoon to Midway, Heber area, and they had a lot of Christmas stuff in the shops that we went and visited while we were there.
They're getting
so
ready.
I kind of associate that with a start of Christmas.
I get that. I didn't realize you guys got married in November. So you have a very busy month, November.
It is a very busy month.
Didn't really spread out your holidays there, Brandon.
I know. And we decided to have a baby 2 days after Christmas. But back to the Festival of Trees. I mean, we talked about the trees. That's obviously the big draw. I think the cool part of it is the donations. So people will spend all this money, create this tree, but they're not making money off of it. Everything, all the time and resources they put into it, it's then donated to, I want to say, primary children's, or at least within the Intermountain family.
Right? Yeah. Primary Children's Hospital is where the funds are supposed to go to. But they also, outside of trees, they have like wreaths, handcrafted gingerbread houses, and much more. And it's all bid on, silent auction style.
And the gingerbread houses is my favorite part of it, because I'm not good at making a gingerbread house. I think they look so cool, and the lengths people go to make these gingerbread houses is amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, the trees are cool, and people put a lot of work into those, but I love to see the gingerbread houses. People will build full-on castles with moats of glass candy. They'll build replica houses. I think it's so cool. So many cool ones I've seen over the years. And I think a lot of the same people come back and do it. You mentioned a lot of people do the trees every year, but then there's people that will
the gingerbread houses.
Yeah, repeat the gingerbread houses. And probably the same with the wreaths and other crafts that they have there. But there's really something for everyone. I don't know if there's as much. I've never bought anything from one of the silent auctions. They usually are probably pretty expensive. Not that that's why I'm not, but aside from all that stuff, which basically takes up the whole middle part of the center, on the outside you have other vendors and things for sale. You can get Christmas gifts there. I've always loved getting the cinnamon rolls and scone type things they sell. But it really is a good kickoff to Christmas, because it usually begins the very end of November, is the first week of December, and kind of puts you in that Christmas mood. I've volunteered twice at the Festival of Trees.
Really? What did you do?
Just guarded a tree, basically. Learned a little bit about what the trees in the section were if people had questions, and then kind of just stood there and, I guess, guarded them would be the way I'd say it. But I did it once when I was in some high school organization. It was probably DECA or FBLA or something like that. And then I did it with my job more recently, a couple of years ago.
That's
but you
cool.
get in free, you can go walk around and see everything. So it was kind of cool to do that. And also give back in a way. So you've never taken your kids to it then?
No, I'm just looking at the pricing. We could have saved $1 if we would have bought our tickets before Thanksgiving. Dang it.
Dang it.
So adults are $8, children 2 to 11 or 5, 2 and under are free. 65 and older is 7. But if they have a family discount where you get 2 adults, 4 children for $30. Huh.
We should go together.
You could be part of my family. You could be one of my kids.
I am 12.
I'm 12. Have you seen my son Bronco lately? He's taller. He's bigger than you.
He is? I mean, that
so if he could grow
much.
So if you shave, then maybe you could be his twin brother.
Okay, there you go. Can get in. The other thing they've had, and I'm pretty sure my wife participated in this, they always have the local dance people performing or singing.
Yes.
So you get entertainment too. A lot of people go just to see maybe initially they go to see their children or grandchildren, whoever perform. And I'm pretty sure I've seen one or two of my cousins perform there before. But that's another added benefit.
Yeah. My little sister did clogging. Is that what you call it?
My wife did too.
Yeah. And so that's why we used to go every year because of that, because she performed at the festival.
So that's why you don't go, because you don't have, I guess, that draw. You don't have that reason to go.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever taken my daughter. She's still, pretty little, but I think she's getting to the point she'd enjoy seeing some of the things of this. It is a lot of walking.
Yeah, like any expo or trade show. Yeah, you definitely get your steps in.
Yeah. And you can deal with long lines. That can be a stumbling block as well. But, it's a good way to start the holiday season and check out some cool creations people have made. And maybe get some treats or some gifts while you're there as well. I think I've even seen in the past they do stuff specifically for kids, craft things. Pretty sure Santa Claus is there if you want to sit on his lap and get a picture. But a good festival to start out the season. As we mentioned, it starts on today, Wednesday. Goes from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. from Wednesday to Friday, and then Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Mount America Expo. And if you're wanting to do the silent auction, it's already opened. It opened yesterday, November 29th at 6 p.m. and then closes on the 1st at 8. But I feel whenever I've gone, a lot of the stuff has already been sold. So maybe I just go at the wrong time, but stuff
Do they
goes
have
quick.
kind of like eBay does, like buy it now type price?
They might.
Can you bid online? Is that where you're seeing it?
Let me look.
Crap. Festival of Trees does not accept checks.
That's the only thing you use to pay. However, will you buy anything?
Right.
So they got a link for the silent auction. Should also say this is the 53rd year. So this has been going on a lot longer than you or I have been around. You can straight up donate if you want to, but looks like you need to register if you want to participate in the silent auction. Create an account and go from there. And that is too much work for me to do right now. So I'm assuming once you do that, you can get in, check it out. They do have an Instagram account that I see showing some stories of maybe some of the kids featured as part of this. You can preview some of the trees. There's a really cool, looking right here at a Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse tree. Seeing some of their cinnamon rolls they have.
Oh, that sounds really good.
And already seeing some of these gingerbread houses. Oh man, they are amazing.
Yeah, let's not talk about
Hey,
food.
you know what? Club Pickleball has a tree this year.
Yeah, that was one of my friends that posted. Well, our friends that posted.
Yeah, so
I think,
Nate, that looks like the tree you should buy.
yes.
It's like a butterfly tree. This one's a guitar tree.
Ooh.
Oh, he's got pretty cool theme trees. If you've never been to, as it's properly called, Festival of Trees, you should check it out. Good way to get into the Christmas spirit. And I think we're planning on going this weekend at some point, maybe Friday or Saturday.
Well, I'll see if I can convince my family to go.
Maybe we'll see you there.
Save a cinnamon roll for me.
Thanks for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
See you next week.